クラフトエッグバンドリガールズワールドパーテ一緒に家出しちゃう
Hello, and this is Kurokami, and I'm back for yet another Bandori video. So, the new event's out. It's been out for a little bit now, but I was at work, so I couldn't really do much. But we're still on the first day, so yeah. So, it is a popping party event, and I believe that it is a happy event. But we're gonna click on the event, and we're gonna find out. Oh, okay, interesting. So usually when I do this, it pops up with all of the information already, but I guess it kind of glitched out because I did accidentally click on it and I tried to like exit out of the game, but I guess it saved it anyway. But anyway, so not a big deal because we can just click here and we're going to check this out. So it looks like this is a team live event and we have a 3-star Arisa, very nice. And we have Otai and we have Kasumi just having the outfits. And interesting, yeah, so this is a team live, so we get to choose which side we're going to be on. I always love these events, they're really cool. But yeah, if we go back here, okay, cool. Oh, this is going to be a tough one to choose. Oh, which one do I want? Well, I'm going to do it now, so you're going to find out. Jeez, yep, so again, I like calligraphy. You know, I'm an artist too, but I like the traditional calligraphy, so we're going with that one. And let's see, team join. And my team's losing. No! No, it kind of is what it is. Last time that we had the challenge live, it kind of stayed the same throughout the entire time. I hope it doesn't do that this time. Because, you know, just having a little bit, you know, of a change back and forth or a tug of war is way more interesting than just the same throughout, pretty much. So we also got our little pin that I will be putting on my card, so that's cool. But okay, let's click over here. So again, people who've already placed. So clicking over here, we get to see all of the rewards that we can get. So we have the Otai outfit. Okay, so we have a Saya stamp, and boop, that will be up for you as well. And then we, of course, we have our Katsumi outfit as well. And then, awesome, we have our Arisa. Oh, so adorable. I love Arisa. Okay, and then if we go back here, let's go all the way up and just check out what rewards we get later on. And I'm sorry that there might be a lot of jump cuts here. I am so tired right now. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep, so yeah. And this is our little banner that we have, so cool. And then, of course, our rewards for winning or losing. The stars are the same, so it doesn't matter that much, honestly, but yeah. So going back here, and then checking over here, so we just have the Arisa. And oh, wow, that does look really nice. Oh, I love that Arisa. But anyway, so let's go check out some of our stuff. So of course these are the little mini gachas within, so pretty cool. And then clicking over here, we just kind of go over to our oh never mind, I thought that was going to the team, never mind. And these are just kind of the daily missions, of course. And then if we click over here, it just shows you. And what's really cool here is that this changes every couple, what was it? Yeah, like here it says there are an hour and 42 minutes. So it's, what is it, like every 2 hours it changes. And it's really cool because you just get different rewards and such. So that's really cool. And it also benefits you for playing different ways, like full combos and such. Pretty cool, honestly. And then they have the selected albums that you can play from. So that's really cool as well. And of course it changes. Okay. And then, yeah, going back here. So I guess we'll hop into the story part. So let's click on this. Okay, now for the story part for the event. So this story begins with Saya, and she's in her family bakery. She's helping her mom out with the various tasks that they have day by day. Until it's about time to go to school and her mom kind of sends her off. So we kind of actually skip forward to about lunchtime, and all of Popipa, they're out in the courtyard eating lunch together. And it's kind of funny because Arisa kind of complains about how cold it is, but the other girls are just like, no, it's fine, it's fine. But anyway, they're just talking about winter break and how it was. But also that all of Popipa, they're second years now, so they really need to start feeling out their options for university. And while most of the girls have already decided on a choice by now, not all of them have. And Saya, who was kind of like dozed off or not really there, she's asked by Rimi if she's decided on a school yet. But, you know, Saya, she kind of just hesitantly says that no, she hasn't even kind of really thought about it yet. And it does appear at this moment that Saya hasn't really been all that serious about graduation yet. You know, it's just not something that was on her mind. So she ends up kind of trying to change the subject. And she just offers all of the other girls various baked goods that she brung from her family's bakery. Which is a really nice thing, but it's kind of obvious what she's doing. And, you know, Rimi, of all of the girls, she kind of picks up on this. And she realizes that, yeah, maybe Saya, there's something wrong with her despite her being so positive. So, then we go over to our first part. So now skipping to after school, Saya, she's visiting a cafe that Tsugumi works at. And they kind of start some small talk. But with all of this going on in Saya's head right now about the, university, she asks Tsugumi if Tsugumi has chosen a college career path yet. And Tsugumi, she's like, yeah, I have, and even my parents are really happy about it. So understandably so, she asks Saya that same question. But with Saya, she just straight up replies with it. She hasn't even decided herself what she wants to do yet. So she kind of feels a little uncomfortable talking to her parents about it, or about anything with college for that reason. But she does agree that something should be said though, because this is such an important thing, it's her future, her career, so maybe she should. So we kind of skip to when she returns home, and she looks for her father, and when she finally meets him, she says this to him. Now, she says it indirectly, just to get a feel for a response, not expecting anything crazy, but she says to her father that, I could always take over the bakery. Well, guess what? Her father replies with this: I have no intention of letting you do that. And Sai's just like, what? I know. I'm like, wow, harsh. But then we go to part 2, and it continues exactly after. So now, completely blindsided with what she just heard, Saya asks her father, like, what do you mean by that? And he tells her that she needs to think hard about a serious decision like this. And, the bakery, it doesn't have to be inherited by anyone. It's okay. So now, not only confused, but angry too, Saya snaps back at her father, saying that, I have done so much for this bakery. I've given it my all. And if I can't inherit it, then what's going to happen to it in the future? Well, again, her father just replies with, Saya, you need to calm down and think long and hard about a decision like this. It's not something you make on the spot. And, Saya just says, I have thought about it. And, aren't we family? We're supposed to stick together. Well, she's just so, hot-headed right now. She can't handle anything. So Saya, she just storms off. And ironically, she finds herself in front of the train station of all places. Now, some time has passed. So she's calmed down, and now Saya is starting to question herself. Why did I act so rash and run off? Well, at this point now, Rimi, she shows up out of all places, or of all people. and she's actually on her way back from cram school. And, Saya, she's still wearing the baking uniform, sandals and all. So, understandably so, Rimi's just like, what happened? And this is where, Saya, it's so sad. She just breaks down in front of her. And I'm like, oh, poor Saya. But we actually skip forward, and now they're at Rimi's place. And it turns out that Saya's going to spend the night there, away from her family, some time to calm down and digest what happened. And it's at this point that Saya tells Rimi everything that happened. And, that, maybe she's not even cut out to work at the bakery, after what her father said. And, Rimi, she is such a good friend. And, it's events like this that really show that. And Rimi just tells her, like, you are good enough. The bakery goods that you make are so good. And even, like, the chocopon, which is so cool, the chocolate bread. And that, she doesn't have to worry about that. So now then we go to part 3, and now it's the next day, and all of Popipa, they're at Alisa's place, because that is, where they do their band practice. And this is where everyone else finds out that Saya stayed at Rimi's place. And, they asked them, like, what happened? That's kind of strange. You didn't plan for this. So then they explain it again. But don't worry, we don't hear it, but, it kind of skips forward. And, after explaining it all, Saya just tells all of the other girls, she's just like, man, I acted like a child, and because I ran off like this, it caused this mess. Well, Popipa, they want to be supportive of her, so they're just like, dude, we understand, we can relate, everyone gets into fights, and they try their best to comfort Saya. And, Saya, she understands this, and she really appreciates their help. So then shortly later, Saya tells everyone that, I'm okay now, and that she plans to return home now. And the others, they're still concerned for her, and they ask her if she really is okay, which Saya says, yeah, I am, and that she needs to return home because she's got to help out with the bakery. And with that, she kind of just runs off. Well, again, the rest of Popipa, they don't completely believe that she's okay. So they start thinking of ways maybe they can cheer her up. And they bring up, one good suggestion. What about making a letter? Writing a letter, a support letter, just to bring up her spirits. But Arisa, she quickly brings up in retaliation to that, maybe that's not such a good idea. Because maybe that would only add even more pressure to Saya. It's kind of saying that there is a problem, and maybe they shouldn't do that. And Arisa, she gives her own suggestion, which we do not hear because it goes to the park. Mind you, this is much later, it's nighttime now. And what do you know? Saya still hasn't returned home. She can't. She's still wallowing in her own self-pity. And she actually remembers, both Katsumi and Tsugumi, how both of them have already decided on their futures. They know which colleges they want to go to. And honestly, Saya, she's just like, am I the only one being left behind? And she's just so depressed here. And that's when she actually gets a phone call, and it turns out to be Rimi. And, Rimi's asking her, like, how was talking with your dad? Are you okay now? And, Saya's honest with her, I'm still at the park. And, upon hearing this, Rimi just says, stay where you're at. I'm heading there now. So we now go to part 4, and now finally Rimi makes it there. And, Saya just tells her that, I can't return home yet. And, I just feel so bad, and now look, I'm bringing you into this, Rimi. Now I'm making you worry, and I'm making you waste your time coming to help me. I'm just so sorry. And Rimi tells her, no, it is perfectly fine. I am so happy to help you. You are always helping me out. It is not a problem at all. And that really resonates with Saya, and she just unloads her feelings again, telling Rimi that she feels so uneasy that, besides the bakery, she doesn't even know what she can do, and she has never felt more scared in her entire life. And, this is where Rimi, dude, she is a true friend, and she knows exactly what to say to help her friends out. So Rimi just tells her, you are not alone in this. I'm in the exact same boat. I haven't decided what I want to do yet. I study really hard. I go to cram school. I try to think about it, but I just don't know. And it's okay. I'm here with you. Let's fight this battle together. So then Remy asks Saya if she really does want to run the bakery, in which Saya, now being more honest with herself, just tells Remy that she doesn't know. She loves helping out with the bakery, but she just doesn't know. Then that's when Remy says, that's the key right there, Saya. You should really think long and hard about that but. Maybe that is what her father meant when he told Saya to think more about the decision. That, using the word but, that shows hesitation, that you're not sure. That was the problem. Saya understands it now. And Remy tells her that, you should just pick the most exciting path you can and just go with it. Well, that's actually when the rest of Popipa, they run up there, and they're there too because they found out that, Saya, she's been at the park and not with her father, like what's going on. But they have a present for her, which we were actually talking about earlier. And it turns out that they were working on a song, and they had the lyrics with them. They're not done because once they heard that, Saya was, in trouble, still not home, they just had to go with what they had. And, Saya is just completely touched by this because they're song lyrics about her and about the rest of them together. It's really touching, honestly. And Saya, she even jots down a little bit of lyrics on it as well. And she tells the rest of the girls, listen, I'm going home. I'm going to talk to my dad again. I'm going to get this set straight. And afterwards, we're going to turn these lyrics into a song. And that's just so cool. And that's probably what the song is playing right now in the background. But we now go to part 5. So now we start getting into the conclusion of the event. So now returning home, Saya confronts her father once more. And she tells him that she still doesn't know what she wants to do. But, just for the nature of growing up in the bakery, she just thought that was her destiny to be a baker. And that, after thinking about it and, getting the help from her friends, she's finally decided what she wants to do. And that is go to college. So kind of the same thing that we heard in the other events, like the Christmas event with Kaoru and Chisato, which, is so cool how they're all kind of like linking into this season 3 or the 6th anniversary, which is really cool. And anyway, that's what her father wanted to hear. And he just tells her how happy he is that he's finally hearing his daughter's true feelings, not what she thinks she wants. She's finally thought about it. And now, at this point, they want to actually properly apologize to each other. So they do that, which is kind of really nice because they are both in the wrong, but definitely Saya was more in the wrong in my opinion. Her dad was kind of right, honestly. But yeah, her father just kind of tells her that, listen, Saya, we'll be fine here at the bakery. We have the 2 young kids as well. So you just follow your dream. Don't worry about us. Do what you want to do. So, I honestly think her father's a pretty cool guy. But yep, then we go over to her ending now. So now with her ending, it's the next day and Saya and her father are going to her school. And it's kind of funny because he's wearing a suit and he's that typical guy. He's like, oh man, I don't do good in a suit. But they're actually talking to her teacher about, her choice with going to college and all of that. And she tells, them, I want to go to college. So it's really cool because, it's, she's going with her father to do this. And it just shows their strong relationship as father and daughter. It's just so cool for me, I want to be a father myself, but, it is what it is. But anyway, afterwards, both Saya and her father are heading home, and they're walking down a familiar path. It's actually a path that they go on all the time, even way back when Saya was a little kid. And they actually pass one of the playgrounds that she used to play at, and, they start reminiscing about the past. and her father's like telling her how she used to act, and you know, she doesn't remember because she was really young. But it's just such a cool bonding moment. I loved it so much, and they even showed that JPEG, and I'll have that up as well. Just so nice, honestly. But at that point, you know, they're walking a little bit longer, and then Saya, her phone rings, and it's a message from the rest of Popipa. And they're like, hey, what about that song? And she had forgotten, honestly, but she's like, okay, yeah, I gotta go do that. So she says goodbye and thanks to her father for everything, but heads off to go meet the rest of the girls. And this is the cool part about the event. So she's still running down that street, but she sees a job application like in a window for a part-time job. And she grabs it because she wants to pay for college herself. So I think that's so cool because that's going to probably play a part in Season 3 or, again, the 6th anniversary. But anyway, this event, man, it was an emotional one. Like, after going through the story again, after my first initial, you know, read through it, it really resonated with me. And it was such a nice story with Saya. I think Saya, out of all of Poppypot, has the best character development, personally. But that's just me. But yeah, okay. Well, anyway, let's go over to the gacha part of the video, guys. See ya. Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the gacha part of the video. So this is the sound of the whistle of departure gacha. So, I really like the aesthetic here of the train station, and I really like the Saya card just because, like, I guess that's her father with her. I don't know yet. I haven't played the event. But yeah, I think it's really cool, but you'll see that here in a second. So let's first check out the costumes. So we have the Saya. The costumes are kind of like whatever, honestly. Oh, wrong one. I mean, they are what they are. I like the art though, so I'll show you that. So we have the Saya, which looks so nice, and this is, again, the pre-idolized. Like, I guess that's her father. I don't know yet. But yeah. But that just looks really, really cool. And then we have the Remy, of course, as well. So that is awesome. And then if we click up here, you know, just the usual. So awesome. So we're going to do the 1500 pull, and then we'll do a single pull as well. So that sounds like it'll be pretty cool. But okay, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's do our single pull. Okay. As expected. Okay, and then we'll do our discounted pool. Okay, as expected. Do. Oh wow, just a regular pool. It's fine though. These cards are kind of like whatever. I do like the aesthetic though. I'd definitely say that. Oh wow, it's not over. Never mind. Okay, better than a... Okay, a little bit better. We got 2 3 stars. Again, 3 stars don't mean anything anymore, but, you know, still, it's nice not to get the worst of worst luck, but... Okay, so that's it for the gacha part of the video, guys. So, I guess on to the ending now. Well, guys, we lost. So here is the little screen that shows up when the event's over. And yeah, it was 49 to 51. But yeah, really, really boring, honestly, because it just stayed the same throughout the entire event. And I think it was like that for the last event too, and I'm just like, I wish it was just more of a tug-of-war, you know, I almost feel like it's for show, but, I mean, because I really like this type of event. It's a really cool idea. But I think something that they need to do is maybe, like, make one day one team OP, and then another day the other team OP. That way it really kind of, like, goes back and forth. I think that'd be a lot more funner, but this, I was like, okay, it was just the same. But, yeah, so, such as that is. So, let's get out of here. Okay, welcome back everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. So yeah, so the event is over. I got 16,316th place. our team lost by, the same it was the entire event. I don't remember if I complained about this before, but yeah, it was quite boring just because, again, 49 to 51 the entire event. No change at all. So it is what it is. I was on the losing team, but it really doesn't matter because I got the same stars, which is the most important part, as the winning team. It's just that they got like extra boost drinks and extra Michelle seals or whatnot, but really not a big deal. So let's go back here. So again, this was a really nice event, honestly. I really liked the story for this bakery one with Saya. Really nice, and I loved her father and daughter relationship. And even in her card, which you already saw, you don't really ever see other characters in the cards besides the girls. So I really love that card. It's so nice, honestly, in my opinion. I wouldn't go for these cards, just because they're not limited even. So, I could always get them in the future. That's not a big deal. And real quick, I really hope there's no more like puffing noise. Yeah, I had a problem with that, and it was really annoying when editing because whenever you make like a P or a B sound, like put put, essentially you would hear this puff noise. And I finally got a pop blocker, and I'm actually holding that in front of me with my freaking phone. So hopefully that's solving that issue. And geez. But yeah, anyway, without that ramble aside. Anyway, this has been the Popping Party event. The next event, that is going to be Afterglow. And I am rushing to get this out before the next event starts. I'm not sleeping tonight because, that's just me. But I really hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, please like, comment, subscribe, all of the usual. And oh my gosh, I forgot about the song. Okay. So yeah, anyway, so this song is called 5 Letters, so I'm putting that up as well, now, woohoo, we're here at the end, whoopsies. It's called 5 Letters. I love the song. You already heard it plenty throughout the video, but yeah, really nice. But anyway, okay, if you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe, the usual, and this is Kurokami, and I'm signing off.